Good communication skills will result to a good progression of your patient condition and the management you give them. So guys, in today's video, we are going to talk about on how you communicate effective with your patient. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Susan Michael. I am registered nurse, current working in hospital. I'm registered nurse in Tanzania, current working in hospital. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how to communicate effectively to your patient. So that you can result good progression of your patient disease or management you give them. So let's jump into the topic. Tips number 1, speak slow and clear to your patient. Whether it's patient direct or relative, speak slow and clear. When you give patient some information, speak clearly and slowly, not fast. Remember, that is patient. Speak slowly so the patient can get that information you give them or you give him or her, so she can fully understand it. If she have anything to add or anything to ask to understand more, when you speak, it can make easier for them or for him to ask you. Speak slowly and clear to a patient when you give him some information about his disease or some information about how the condition of his disease is going, how you're going to management that patient. Whether you are a nurse or you are pharmacist or you are a doctor, as long as you are in health professional sector, you have to know this kind of communication skills to your patient. Tips number 2, you writing information down in the notebook, whether it's a piece of paper, write it down and give the patient. If the patient does not understand you when you speak to him slowly, so he can give to his relative, so they can come and ask you what is going on, what is happening to his patient, especially to those area or those facility. They give their patient piece of paper of bill note, maybe some medicine or some equipment that kind of equipment not available in that facility, so the relative is supposed to buy in another pharmacy or outside in another area. So guys, write down the information. If you see your patient does not understand you, the information you give, write down everything you want the patient to know, so you can give to their relative. Another tips, speak simple term when you are talking to your patient or when you are talking to his relative. Speak simple term. Don't use medical term. Don't use professional term when you are talking to the patient. When I say this, it means when you give information and you first of all check the IQ of the patient you give that information or the relative you give that information. Most of our Tanzanian patient does not know that kind, even if they are knowledgeable. But in your professional area, speaking simple term. Don't use medical term. One day I see one of my colleagues talking to I'll give you some example. I see in my working area, I see one of my colleagues talking to the relative of the patient. That patient, he has low HB already received 2 units of blood, but the HB is still low, and they want that patient to take biopsy for further investigation. And that colleague of mine give the information to the relative as the way I'm talking right now. So we have, tukitoka hapa in Swahili words, we have to take the biopsy to the patient. Even relative say, what you are saying? What's the meaning of biopsy? What's the meaning of this? So you have to speak simple term to when you give information, whether to the patient or whether to the relative. Remember, guys, we are talking to a normal person here. Another tips, allow your patient or relative to ask a question when you are talking or when you give that information. This is very important tip when you communicate to someone. When you give information to a patient does not mean you are the one who's supposed to talk all the time. No, allow patient or relative to ask a question. If there is some area she or he does not understand, allow them to ask you question. So guys, remember, good communication skills will result good progress to our patient. So we have to develop our communication skills. Communication is a key into everything. Communication is a key. As we know, we handle human beings. We not handle animals. We handle human beings. We have to give them information. How? By these tips I mentioned above. So guys, nothing much to add. So thank you to tune to my video. I'll see you again to my another video. Bye.